Jim Ellis Fisher with Jeff Creations is up next. Make sure you guys go check her out.
Hello everybody, my name is Jim Ellis Fisher and I am the old woman making things. If you're watching this segment of the show, then you are probably on replay, so hit me up with the hashtag replay and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. This is my segment of the event Spring Fling, and I'm so happy to have you here. If you're watching replay, I'm happy for you to do that too. So thank you very much. Y'all, there have been two amazing creators so far today, so I hope you saw them. I hope you saw Shayna, who did wonderful gardening tips and made a beautiful planter for her yard. And Kathy DiDomenico from Royal Funky Junk just finished up with making a gorgeous book made over. So, and we've got a lot left to come. So while y'all are coming in, I'm going to find myself because I always have to do that. And I never can. Oops, there it is. There I am. Okay, now I need to shut myself up. And we'll be good to go. So let me be sure you're turned up over here. Well, I didn't shut myself up very well, did I? Good to go. So let me be sure you're turned up over here. Stars already. Thank you for the stars. Whoever sent them, I'll go back and find out. But thank you. Okay. Oh. Stars already. Thank you for the stars. Okay, y'all. I've got to. I thought I'd shut myself up, but I did not. So I want to look at comments and see who's here, y'all. I know I missed a lot of people trying to find myself, but I want to. Stars party. Wow, already. Okay. If you're new to my page, I hope you like what you see. Hey, Justin, my friend. Thank you. Wow, y'all are quick. Okay. Y'all are quick and I can't find my maraca. Okay. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Kathy's got a hard act to follow and I'm ahead of Justin, and well, you know, I don't know why I did that to myself. But anyway, I am making a gnome today, and I've gotten a lot of stuff done with it because he's going to be doing something. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done, but we're just going to see how much the gnome got done, okay? I made the gnome a way I've never made one before, so I went ahead and put him together. He's a sockish gnome, a sock gnome sort of thing. Tap GG to get a fist bump. Okay, well, I don't need to get distracted by that because thank you, Gretchen. Gretchen, I could not get Justin's link to work. Could you post it for me, or Justin, would you post it and I'll pin it at the bottom because he's next after me. I'm not seeing any fist pumps. Okay, anyway, so far I think yeah, I'm real happy with the event. I think it's been wonderful, so thank you. Hey, Jerry. So this is a gnome. Fortunately, he's not going to have to use his legs, but anyway, I've got his clothes made, so I'm just going to dress him because if I don't get anything else done, I want the gnome made. So, and y'all, I'm probably going to miss comments because I'm real bad about watching comments and talking too much and then not getting anything done. Well, Nancy, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. I've enjoyed it. Oh, thank you. No. Wait a minute. Y'all, I'm technologically challenged big time. And I say I'm going to do something and then I can't do it. I'm fine, whoever asked me that. Okay, Gretchen, I lost it. 108 people, y'all. I'm not used to having that many people. That's great. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, well, I can't. Thank you, Dina, for the stars. Gretchen, it went by me and I didn't get it pinned. Okay, Dina, would you Would you watch for it to come up again, and when you see it, pin his link to the bottom? Because I can't get anything. Thank you, Marcia, for the stars. Okay, so now I'm just dressing him, trying to dress him. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. Hey, Joan. Okay, y'all. Miss Gretchen's on right now, and she's going to be a crafter later on, and she is one of the sweetest, most helpful people I've ever run into. And she does beautiful crafts. Everybody here does beautiful crafts. Well, it sounds like I'm tooting my horn. I told people that I've got 7 amazing crafters in me. That's Crafty Brothers. Oh, thank you, whoever. Thank you, Gretchen, and thanks for whoever for pinning it, Dina. We all know his pants go on. Hey, Natalie, I was gonna make him overalls, but then I realized you can't see him anyway, so what's the point? So anyway, I just made him a little pair of pants. And they're awfully long. But, hey, Peggy, not as long as they used to be. Okay, so he's got his pants on. And I'll tell you what he is in a little while. You'll see where we're going, but he is, well, I'll tell you, it's spring, and you know what you do in the spring, and is what Shayna did on her live, that led off, is she was working in her garden, and this little guy has been hired to work in a garden. You're from Denmark? So, you know, so I'm building a little bit. Now, my garden's not going to look like Shayna's, because hers is beautiful. Hey, Karen. Shayna, I loved what you did. Well, there he is. There's my gnome. Doesn't look much like a gnome, does he? Let me just glue his clothes on him. I don't like it when the gnome's clothes fall off. That's not fun at all. Walking in the forest, that's great. Okay. Y'all, I'm sorry. I usually pay attention to comments, but I would like to finish. I'd like to finish one while I'm actually alive. Hey, Loretta. You're welcome. Thank you for doing it. I was so happy with that. Yeah, he does need to go help Carol Ruth, doesn't he? She's been working hard. Okay, so he's got pants on, which is always, you know, a much better look. And I found this material that has, you know, it's yellow, but it has, can you see it? It's got gnomes and butterfly, bumblebees on it, which remind me of spring. And that's his shirt, and you know, he's working in the yard, so I don't really feel a need to have his clothes tailored real well. So you don't need a flasher, that's for sure. That's for sure, Shayna. You don't need a flasher. Okay, so it's way too big, but I wanted to be sure it's kind of loose because it's hot working in the yard. So, so I'm just going to make a pleat back here, just to, you're not going to see the back. You're just not going to see it, so it doesn't really matter whether or not it is neat. One of the things I love about gnomes is you can hide almost anything. I do too, Barbara. I think this is wonderful. I got some 4th of July fabric that has gnomes on it, and some Thanksgiving fabric that has gnomes on it. Hey, Carol Ruth. Whoa, that's hot. Okay. Y'all don't even start on the finger protectors. That is cute, isn't it? So you just got kind of a loose baggy shirt and loose baggy pants, and I put a pleat back here. It doesn't look too good back there, but at least it well, it doesn't do anything for the front. If you glue it down, it keeps the front from looking quite so baggy. but I forgot the gluing down part. Well, thank you, Shayna. I'm not in the same category as Justin now in Gnomes. He's, well, thank you, Lois. Okay. Y'all, I give away napkins for every 50 people that get on my lives. So we're up to 2 now. Woohoo, that's good. I never can. Do y'all have trouble getting your glue stick to go in your glue tool and actually touch the other one that it's replacing? I have a really hard time with that. Okay, and I'm sorry that I did the gnome and y'all didn't get a chance to see how I did it, but I would have been here. You know, I would have taken everybody else's time, and that's not what y'all signed on for, so. I occasionally do gnomes from scratch on my lives, so I hope that you will come and join me, join the family. I love my family. Okay, so now he's got a shirt, but you know, he's missing some other appendages. But 124, yay. Wow, that's a lot of eyes, y'all. You have trouble sometimes? All the time. What are y'all talking about? Put some hot glue on. Well, it's a shoving it into the other one that I have problems with because it doesn't want to go through this little hole here. Thank you, Linda, for the stars. Okay, so now, where am I? Okay, he's got his shirt on. This is his front. So we need to figure out where his arms are going to go. Thank you, Carly. I am so blessed that everybody I asked agreed to do it. Thank you, Linda, for the stars. And put glue on the stick before she sticks it in. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know. Oh, we're talking about the glue. Okay. Y'all, okay, now I'm an old lady, right? And sometimes I have a little memory issue going here because, and with the lag, I'll ask a question, and by the time somebody answers it, because of the lag, I've forgotten what I asked. And it's just like, thank you, Marla. You know, I make things the easiest way possible. Thank you, Shayna. It's the insert part that I have trouble with. If I can ever get it in there. Okay, I'm going to do this differently. Ordinarily, I put a hole in it, but since that's just polyfill in there, I'm not going to do that. Rad, huh? Thank you, Peggy. You're so sweet. People are so sweet to me. They really are. And I think that's one reason why I consider everybody to be family and not followers, because I just don't have followers. I have family. And I love my family. Okay, so that's close enough. Here's the hat. Okay, I thought I'd put this hat on him. Yeah, he's going to have that hat on. And I'm not putting it on yet, but I just want to see, I got to see where the beard's going. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, I picked out 2 different colors of beards just because I could. I've got orange, and I'm not going to put it on yet. I just want to know where it goes. So I've got an orange beard that I think is kind of cute. Y'all are having more fun with those Gigi's and Rads. Okay, and I've got a yellow one. So, and I kind of wanted to make him a little funkier than usual because I've decided he's a teenage boy, and you'll see why that is in just a minute too. But so, what do you think? Orange or yellow? Well, hey, Becky, thank you for being here. I'm so glad we like new people. Dana, thank you for the stars. Yellow. Yellow's the one I'm leaning toward. Uh-oh, so there's an orange ombre. I don't have one of those out. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Yellow, orange, yellow. Okay, I think that's 3. Okay, the next one wins. Yellow. Okay, yellow it is. Because Joan said yellow next. I think so. It's a different. Well, maybe it does kind of. Maybe it does kind of. Let me see. All right. I'm going back to the yellow because that's what people said. Dina, thank you for the stars. Okay, so I'm good. Right now, I'm just figuring out where it's going to go. And where the nose is going to go. Where the hat's going to go because, okay. But the yellow takes away from the shirt. Okay, thank you, Marla. Okay, so the way I'm going to attach the arms this time, since I don't want to go through there, well, first of all, I'm going to put a sleeve on. Posted hard to follow your event. Well, they are posted. But I probably should have done that again before we started. Thank you. This is a learning experience, so I take suggestions and I'm happy to get them because I've never done this. What? Oh, okay. Okay, so I want there to be an overhang here because, oh, where are my fingers? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, well, I'll find them. Okay, I'm putting hands on him, and they're freakishly large, but if I hide them, it's not so bad. Okay, hey, Liz, I'm doing fine today, thank you. I'm a little nervous, to tell you the truth, to be real honest. Hey, B. But the orange and shirt look good, maybe wrong about the yellow. Okay. All right, I'm going to defer that decision because they're about the same size. All right, so I'm taking this is an arm. Doesn't look like much of one, but it's an arm. And I'm going to attach it right up here to the top of his head on the outside. Yeah, Fran, I need all the advice I can get. Gretchen was super helpful. I've been her here for a while. Okay, so I'm just gonna, how am I gonna do that? I know, Rebecca, I'm real bad about that, but I like talking to people. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue his arms. Now the glue will melt the foam roller. The arms are made with foam rollers from Dollar Tree that I'm not finding anymore. But in the hot glue will melt that, but it's okay. It kind of melts to the shirt, and we'll hold on. But I'm gonna. Uh-oh. Y'all, I just totally missed where I was going with that. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold this for just a minute. Dollar General has them? Oh, good. Hey, Manny. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Justin and Manny and Loretta and Gretchen are all coming up next. Thank you, Dina. It's a lot of stars you're sending, my friend. Hey, Teresa. I am making a gnome. He's not a farmer gnome. He's a helper gnome, landscaper, sort of. I don't know. I haven't figured out the story yet. Right now I'm just holding his arm here. Hey, Sheila. How are you, my friend? Sweet friend. Oh, I'm sorry to do this, but let's get a backbone again to go live. So you're better than me. I don't know. I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I don't know. You know, everybody has a different style, and I think as long as you stay true to who you are and that you just be yourself, I think that's what it takes. You know, we catch everybody so far. Okay, and got well, good. I'm glad you have, Sheila. You know, Sheila works full time and at a job outside the home. She works full time as a mentor coach, and she works full time as a crafter. She works full time as a wife and mother. And I get tired just thinking about her schedule every day. Okay, so all right. So you take your other arm and you want to put it in roughly the same place. So I just put it up there. And I really try to make my gnomes so they're facing front, but they're usually looking off to one side. And y'all, if you're new to my page now and like what you see, I hope you will do the things. Haven't had live in 2 years. Maybe it's time to jump back on that bandwagon. You know, the first 3 lives I did were just horrible experiences. And I got off of every one. I'm saying, I don't ever want to do that again. But I got people watching, and I've got the best people watching me on Facebook. I know I do. And it just helps me keep going because I love it so much now. Hey, Sandy, I'm going to turn that around. Late nights. Well, you know, the glue is on this side. I turned it around and I'm holding it down to nothing. Well, I don't get nervous anymore on my own life, you know, my lives, but this is making me really nervous. So glad. Well, I missed it. I'm sorry. I was so glad of something, and I missed it, and I'm sorry. Let me see if I can. Well, I dream about glue strings sometimes. Mess that up. Y'all bear with me. Thank you, Jane. All right. Now. I use a lot of glue on my gnomes because I really don't want them to fall apart. Thank you, Janice. And Jerry, you should be happy that I used a lot of glue because when I was finishing up Lorraine, getting ready to send her off to you, I picked her up and her hand fell off, which is Dina said when I told her about it, not a good look. So I was glad it happened at my house and not yours. Yep, here comes the glue. Here comes the glue. Order in the courtroom. Here comes the glue. Well, that didn't make any sense. 132. Wow, y'all. Just sprinkle out. That's great. It's about twice what I've usually got. Hey, Judy from Asheville, North Carolina. I love that place. I do love that place a lot. Yep. He uses a lot of glue, but he doesn't want his gnomes to fall apart either. And thank you, Loretta. And I like what he says. There's no cure like secure. Or secure. Yes, y'all, if you're new, please let me know, and y'all go back and read the comments. And I do too, Lois. I love to have built more. And I'll go back and read the comments, and I will welcome you properly if you missed her. She needs her ring. That's true, she did, but her ring was on her toe, and that didn't help her hand any. Did you see? It's fun, and you know, I feel bad about not making the gnome in front of you, but see, I'm halfway through and I haven't even started on the rest of it. So we gotta get this guy clothed. Okay, and I'm sorry, y'all. The allergies this year are just driving me nuts. Okay, so his arms are on, and it ain't pretty. Even pretty. He just looks so handsome there with no head and green arms. So, but we are gonna fix that. We're gonna. Okay, so I'm actually myself leaning toward orange now, just because there is some orange in this fabric right here. Hey, Nancy from Iowa, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm really thinking we're going to use the orange. And I can't find my blush, so y'all gonna have to trust me to just blush them up. They'll get better. You just have to practice and practice. Okay, we're gonna use the orange, and we can have a big nose. He's a ginger and a half. Big nose, or a slightly smaller big nose, or a medium nose. Yeah, Kathy, I think you're right about that. Oh, good, Kathy. I'm going to do a tutorial on making a sock gnome after I get through with the, I got the fabric medium. I got the fabric in Happy Meal from somebody slightly smaller than that. I think that's the smallest I'm going to go. Well, now that is something to think about, is the hat, because the hat is going to come down there, and I want to cover up his arms. Okay, the big nose, I think, is, well, I don't know. That's the big nose. And frankly, that's the one I'm kind of leaning toward, is the big one. I think so too. That's what I'm leaning toward. But I've got to check one more thing, because he's got sunglasses. Yeah, I'm going to use the big one. Okay, so where the nose goes. Where the... Okay, so we've got sunglasses. Okay, give me another minute. My noses are escaping, guys. Okay, let me get the beard on. Somebody's at my door. Somebody's knocking at my door. Who's knocking at my door? Okay, so put the... I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself and thinking. Courage. Oh, I missed it. To watch your eyebrow. Well, I'm glad you're here, Teresa. I can't read all the comments. Yeah, I'm going to do me, and I've got to get my mind in the game, but when people come knocking at my door. Okay, so that's where that's going to go. So let me glue his glasses down. Oh, let me glue his beard on. I'm not used to these little beards. I think the guy that cuts my grass, I think, is here, and he's just going to keep on knocking. And I know he can see me sitting here. This is not how I usually do beards. But this beard was sent to me in Happy Mail, and I thought I'd try it. Okay, now he's got a beard. Now, go check. No, let me see something. Yeah, it's the guy that cuts my grass, but I'm not going to get up and go see that. You know, he can come back. Doesn't need it right now anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put his glasses on. His glasses will help cover up the top of this beard. So I'm going to put those on. I can find a place to put them. Okay, y'all bear with me a minute. I don't like putting glue on the fur, but don't have a lot of choice right now. I'm going to stick his nose on. We're getting it. And y'all, I can't find my blush right now, but I will go back and blush his nose up so it's not so white. Okay. Nose is running. Where do you get your little items like the sunglasses? From Amazon. So, okay, so he's got that. And let me see, let's put his hat on, and I'm going to put his hands and feet on him, and then he'll be done. And we'll go find out what he did in the garden. Let me get his hat on him. He's still knocking. And I know he can see me sitting here. Oh, love the beard. First time here. Well, hey, Shelby. Shelly. Hey, Shelby, welcome. She's probably out there thinking, well, I know she's in there. I can see her sitting there, and she's just talking to herself. But y'all are my priority at the moment. Okay, that's what I need to do. I need to. Oh, I don't have time to go talk to him. Okay, so there him is. He is cute, you know. I like to think that my gnomes tend to have a lot of personality. Because they don't have fine clothes. And they're far from perfect, but I think they've got personality. Okay, so at least his hat will stay on. Okay, now we've got these feet. And I love these feet. These feet are so big. So big. But what I'm going to do is, my goodness, these pants are long. I'm going to roll up his pants. Well, pull up his pants. They don't roll. Probably the last I'll ever see of that yard man. Yard boy, whatever he is. Okay, and I'm just going to, if he were going to stand up, I would put rocks down in his feet to give him some weight, but he's not going to stand up. So I'm just going to put some glue around the edge here, the edge of his shoe, and I'm going to put a fair amount because the roller is going to melt and the glue everywhere. First time I put feet on, I put them on backwards. Well, not backwards, but the wrong side of the body. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I gotta get a move on. Yeah, I wanted his pants to be so long they covered up part of his foot, but I'm gonna have to play with that because I don't have time to do it right now. Thank you for floating those hearts up there. Okay. I know these are big enough. I tried them on them. You know, you're old enough to dress yourself, bud. I shouldn't have to do this for you. Isn't this how you used to put shoes on your kids when they were little? One leg's just sticking up in the air and you shove a shoe on it. Of course, probably you never had to shove a foot on your shoe on your child. I hope not. Okay, so I'm gonna. Come on. This is why I do everything ahead of time. because something always goes wrong. Always, always, always. And people who've been watching me know that I consider my big job to be to show you that you can go around almost anything, and if you try hard enough, and it turns out okay. I don't think I've ever done anything on the live that I didn't mess up somehow or another. Come on now. Well, I'm going to say this just adds to his charm. How's that? Okay, now I've got to find his hands. I had hands out, but they're buried under stuff. Sorry about the rattling. Sorry about the rattling. Okay. All right. As soon as we get his hands on him, he's done. Now I'm going to dirty up his hands and feet both, because he says he's been working in the yard. See, I don't like these hands. The feet I think are cute. I don't like the hands so much, but if I can cover most of them up, they don't look quite so freaky. Oh, still here. Wow, 141 people. Wow. What is his name? I don't know. Love good crafting. Vicky, I haven't named him. They used to tell me what their names were, but I think the last one he told me his name was the hillbilly I did that got sent to Washington State. And thank you, Glow. And his name was Otis. Jethro. Yeah, y'all get me 6 more people and I'll give away 3 sets of napkins. And that'll be my personal record for the number of people on at one time. Farmer John. Well, I don't think he's a farmer, and as you'll see in just a minute. Okay, so there he is. Except he's got to powder his nose. Brutus. 147 on your end. Well, we scared some people off because he's going down. Okay, so here's what he was hired to do some landscaping in somebody's yard, and he came and assured them they would get the job done. So I'm going to put him aside for a minute, and I'm going to show you how much he's gotten accomplished, okay? He's been working all day, and this is all he's gotten done. And when the owner went looking for him, to see what progress he was making, what he found was this guy, sound asleep in the wheelbarrow. So, well, probably didn't need his legs sticking up there like that. Thank you, Virginia. Hey, Mary Ann Foster from Newbie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know, Cindy. Yeah, I don't know his name. He told me, but it's a name I've never heard before. He's Hispanic, a really nice guy, does a really good job. Wow, Janice, thank you. Stars. Okay, so we're left with all this stuff to do. We got all these flowers that they picked out. Must be friends with Charlie. Charlie at least got a job. Oh, and this is going to be, I think, his little hat band. Thank you, Daryl. He's worn out, but if you see what he's done, he's planted one tree, and, well, I'll do that later. He planted one tree, put one thing in a pot, but he didn't secure it, and he spread just a little bit of mulch and some rocks around. Looks like a willy. Does look kind of like a willy, doesn't he? But, you know, I know he's too big for this space, but, you know, that's part of the charm, I think. But, so, I think we're going to send him on home, because, you know, he's not doing his job. We're going to send him on home, and for what time we've got left, we're going to try to make some sense out of this garden. Now, this is going to be embarrassing, but I did try to make some tools, or some gardening tools, and I know it doesn't look like one, but this is a shovel. That's a shovel. And this right here is a scoop for getting mulch out. The wheelbarrow came in Happy Mail from Rebecca. She got it on Amazon. Anyway, I've got his mulch over here, and I made the mulch out of pine cone thingies, and I don't know how many I'm going to have, but you know, he's supposed to plant the 14 minutes. Okay, good. Where'd that come from? Anyway, these should have been planted, and they weren't, so I guess we'll have to plant them. Well, thank you. So maybe we'll just put the trees all back here. And I know this is boxwood. I know it's not a tree. Okay. You know, I know that. It was a good idea for the mulch. I didn't get it. I mean, it wasn't my idea. So we're gonna, well, let's see, plant the trees, and how are all these things floating around here? And you know, the flowers are too big. I know that. They do look like trees, don't they? The flowers are too big, but I really don't care. Hey, Julie, your Michael's gnome is in the mail today. Oh, wait. That goes in the pot. We're just going to glue it down. And thank you, Norma. I thought the boxwood looked like trees, too. It's the closest thing I could get to trees without buying a tree. And I do have some moss that I'll put on top of these to finish it off. Thank you, Pamela. I believe that I got this idea from, I think, Michelle. You would put a tree in there. Well, see, if I had a tree, I would, but I don't have a tree, so I'm using what I got. Oh, you mean a tree in the pot? I could do that. You're talking about put the tree in the pot, right? I got the grass in the bridal section of all places at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale. Okay, Faith Vandergrift, Sydney Pearson, and Cherie Parsons are the napkin winners. Faith, Sydney, and Sherry Parsons are the napkin winners. So y'all send me a private message with your address, and I will send you out napkins. Did we get to 150? Well, we got close enough. Okay. So you're going to put that in the pot. See, I planted this one in the ground. And I've got another one. I don't have that many pots, but one one of the things I thought that I would do is take some of these rocks and knock over the tree and just, I guess that's going to stay there. No, it's not. Just take some of these rocks and just use them to make flower beds. And, you know, I'll glue them down. But, and I'll put some in here because that's going to help hold the fence up. I don't want the fence to fall down. Love the tree. Which one? This tree is planted in the ground, but the other two haven't been planted anywhere yet because our little boy fell asleep. Shame on him. Shame, shame, shame. Just putting rocks at random to. And I may decide to take them out and put mulch in if somebody buys this, because shipping, you know, don't necessarily want to be shipping. Good grief, y'all. Thank y'all for the stars. I really appreciate it, and I never expect them, but I'm always happy to have them. Okay, y'all, if you haven't watched me before, I come on almost every night except Thursday at 5:30 Central Time. And we do have a really good time on our site. And there are people who've been with me for a while are, you know, treat each other like family members, and everybody treats me like the mama or the grandmama or their, you know, aunt or their sister or somebody. And well, one person said her great-grandmother, but not because I was that old, but because of personality, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so we want the trees all back here. We want the trees back here. Versus, well, thank you, Nancy. Just laying there watching. That's right. Isn't that just like a teenage boy, right? So what do you think? You know, and I've got flowers that can go, well, I'll cut the stem off some, but this is just going to give y'all an idea because I'm not going to finish this. Thank you, Joan. I think it is too. I'm so happy. 7 minutes. Whoa, okay. I'm just going to put some flowers around, just you know, just to give you an idea. And I'll finish it up. Let's see, we got to put some flowers over here. You know, I'm not a landscaper, and I don't play one on TV, so y'all don't judge me too harshly here, okay? And that would make a nice little bush, wouldn't it? In a pot. Let's take this tree out. Yeah, that would be kind of nice. What do y'all think? And we got to have daisies or sunflowers. Oops. We do love new people. I love new people. I love the old people. I just love people. So we can have that. Kind of, as we all know, that hides pink flower. So we'll just move the pink flower down here under the tree. How's that? So, okay. Oh my goodness gracious, time just goes. All right, I've also got some birds. Y'all, I'll finish this up. Plant the bush in the ground. Yes, I've got a hydrangea bush that, oh, it wasn't him. Yes, 'cause I thought about that because, you know, this has got to be a southern garden because I'm from Alabama, so you can't have a southern garden without a hydrangea. I think there's a law. I think there's a law. I'm not sure. So I've got some birds that I think are too big, but you know, what else is new, right? And I've got some butterflies, and I've got some blingies, some blingy bees. Wait a minute, I got the totally dazzled insect somewhere that I got out just for this. There they are. And I've got some other blingy little bees that I thought I'd stick around, and something tipped over because he got tired. Yeah. Oh, we got to put him azalea bushes. Yeah, I don't have any azalea bushes, but I've got pink bushes. We'll call some of them azaleas. Okay, but we're gonna, when it's finished, he's gonna be back in here, you know, sleeping kind of sort of under the tree. In 4 minutes. Whoa, okay. It'll be on his hat, sure, of course. You know, he's too big, but he's kind of the star of the show. He's been working hard. He's done a lot, but he hadn't done anything. I've done it all. And just for the fun of it, he's gonna kind of be holding on to a shovel like it's just too much trouble to pick it up. So, and then I think I need a mulch pile. I've got a bunch of mulch. Butterfly on his nose. Everybody says that. Thank you, Michelle. I'm so glad you're here. And a bee on his toe. I might do that. Or have him sitting in corner. Or having him sitting in the corner. Huh. Let me think about that. He's going to be too big no matter what. Yeah, Gretchen, can you do it one more time? Oh. Yes. And see, I did think about putting it somewhere and putting the wheelbarrow, making it full of flowers or something without wheelbarrow, but that was a cute thing. Wheelbarrow is what I wanted. You know, he's not going to sit up by himself. Flowers in his lap. Put some mulch on his feet. I could do that. No, I like the wheelbarrow, but the wheelbarrow could have the mulch in it. Okay, is it? Oh, I gotta go. I got a minute. I liked him in the wheelbarrow too. Yeah. Yeah, this was Michelle's idea, actually. She got it from me, but you know, I kind of like the wheelbarrow, so I'm gonna put him back. You know, I will try things, but at the end I have to do what I want to do, because, okay, putting him back in it. But he can have, he could have flowers in his lap. Caretaker for a fairy garden. Actually, the thing I planned for this is, yeah, Justin's probably gone now because, oh yeah, it's 8:59. Okay, y'all, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your sticking with me and being so sweet to me and squeeze his butt. No, okay, there's rocks in it. And I hope that you will stick around. And we've got 5 really good crafters left to go, so just follow the schedule or go to Crafting Fun with the Old Woman and watch them one after the other. Okay, I gotta go. Let y'all go over to see Justin, the crafty brother. All right, love you. Bye-bye.